I work reception at a law firm in Munich. An American consultant arrived for a 9 o'clock meeting at 9:03. Our managing partner had already left. The American seemed confused. The meeting was at 9, I explained. He laughed. Yeah, I'm here. It's 9:03. That's basically 9. I informed him Herr Schneider departed at 9:01. He stared at me. You're joking. I wasn't joking. Your colleague said the meeting was important. Herr Schneider waited exactly 1 minute past the scheduled time, then proceeded to his next appointment. The consultant's face changed colors. I was 3 minutes late. 3. That's nothing. That's early in New York. He pulled out his phone, started typing furiously. I'm writing to your boss about this. This is insane. In America, if you're 15 minutes late, you're on time. That's just how business works. I tried to clarify. In Germany, if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late. He stopped typing. 10 minutes early? What are you, the military? I explained that punctuality reflects respect for others' time. He cut me off. I respect time plenty. I bill $400 an hour. Every minute of MY time is valuable. Maybe if your boss understood American business culture, he'd know that smart people run on their own schedule. I offered to reschedule. He said no need, he'd wait. When's his next opening? I checked the calendar. 3 weeks from Tuesday. His jaw dropped. 3 weeks? For being 3 minutes late. I nodded. He demanded to speak with someone else. I told him Herr Schneider was the managing partner. He spent 20 minutes in our lobby on his phone, voice rising. These Germans don't understand flexibility. They're obsessed with clocks like it's 1942 or something. Our junior partners kept glancing over. Germans don't miss historical references. Eventually he left. Sent an email to our entire firm about rigid European mindsets holding back global progress. Herr Schneider replied in perfect English with one line, "We do not work with people who cannot read clocks." The American's company apologized, sent a different consultant. She arrived at 8:50 for her 9 o'clock meeting. Brought coffee for everyone. Had the contract signed by 9:45. But here's the thing. This happens more than you'd think. Americans bring their fashionably late culture to Germany and act shocked when Germans treat time like it matters. These stories practically write themselves. I manage IT for a tech company in Frankfurt. We had an American VP joining a video conference at 1400 hours sharp. He logged in at 1412. Our German CEO was already gone. The VP appeared on screen, coffee in hand, smiling. Hey everyone. Sorry, got caught up on another call. What did I miss? Our CEO's assistant explained he'd missed the entire meeting. The VP laughed. The whole meeting was 12 minutes? She said no, the meeting was scheduled for 30 minutes, but when he didn't appear by 14:01, everyone moved on. We have a policy, she explained. If participants are not present at start time, we proceed without them or cancel. The VP looked annoyed. That's ridiculous. Calls always start late. Everyone knows you build in a buffer. He insisted we reschedule. She checked calendars. 3 department heads. The earliest all 3 are available is in 9 days. He got loud. 9 days? Just because I was a few minutes late? Do you know how many meetings I run every day? I'm important. Our assistant stayed calm. Everyone on this call is important. That's why we start on time. He tried another angle. Look, in Silicon Valley, if you show up exactly on time, people think you're desperate. Fashionably late shows you're in demand. You're so busy that, she cut him off. This is Frankfurt, not Silicon Valley. Your contract requires punctuality. Shall I note your withdrawal from the project? His face went red. My withdrawal? I'm the VP. I brought this project to you. She pulled up the contract, started reading clauses about professional standard. He backpedaled. said he'd be on time for the rescheduled call. 9 days later, he joined at 13:58. Sat there silently for 2 minutes until the call started at exactly 1400 hours. He sent a passive-aggressive email afterward about wasted time sitting in an empty video call. Our CEO replied, "You experienced German efficiency. That is called being ready. I work at Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof Information Desk. An American tourist missed his train to Berlin. He ran up, panicked. The train left without me. I asked what time it departed. He checked his ticket. 10:47. I got here at 10:46. I explained that he needed to be on the platform before departure, not at the station. He protested. I was 1 minute away. Why didn't it wait? I clarified that Deutsche Bahn trains depart at the scheduled second. He couldn't believe it. The scheduled second? What is this, NASA? I told him German trains are precise. He pulled out his phone. Let me look this up. I bet German trains are late all the time. He found an article. Look, it says only 62% of trains were on time last year. Your trains suck. I explained that on time in Germany means arriving within 6 minutes of schedule. Anything over 6 minutes counts as delayed. His eyes widened. 6 minutes? In America, trains are on time if they show up the same day. He kept reading. It says this is Deutsche Bahn's worst performance in decades. I confirmed that Germans were very upset about the current state. He laughed. You're upset about 62%? Amtrak runs at like 30%. You guys are spoiled. I offered to book him on the next train. He wanted a refund because the system failed him. I explained he'd missed his train, not the other way around. He disagreed. If I arrive at the station at 10:46 for a 10:47 train, the train should be there. That's 1 minute. That's nothing. I walked him through boarding procedures. He needed to be on the platform at least 2 minutes before. He found this absurd. 2 minutes? Why? What's happening in those 2 minutes that's so important? I listed safety checks, door closure, conductor signals. He waved it off. Excuses. You just want to nickel and dime people with new tickets. He demanded to speak with a manager. My manager arrived, listened to his complaint, said the same thing I did. The American tried a new approach. In America, customer service means flexibility. The customer is always right. Maybe that's a concept you should learn. My manager replied, in Germany, punctuality means respect. Perhaps that is a concept you should learn. Then he walked away. The American bought a new ticket. 42 euros. He posted a 1-star review online about fascist train schedules. Someone replied, just be on time, mate. I coordinate meetings for a consulting firm in Hamburg. An American partner insisted on scheduling a meeting for around 3 p.m. I asked for clarification. Around 3 isn't a time. He got defensive. Sure it is. 3-ish. We'll shoot for 3, maybe 3:15. Whenever everyone gets there. I explained we need an exact start time. He sighed loudly. God, you Germans are so rigid. Just put down 3 o'clock. We'll start when we start. I put 1500 hours on the calendar. When meeting day arrived, our German team sat in the conference room at 14:55. The American partner strolled in at 15:17. Sorry guys, lost track of time. Okay, let's get started. Our senior partner stood up. The meeting is concluded. The American looked confused. Concluded? We haven't started. Senior partner checked his watch. The meeting was scheduled for 1500 hours. It is now 15:17. We allotted 30 minutes. 13 minutes remain, which is insufficient for our agenda. The American protested. This is insane. I was barely late. Senior partner corrected him. You were 17 minutes late. That is not barely. That is significantly. The American tried to laugh it off. Come on, let's not waste more time arguing. Let's just do the meeting. Senior partner repeated himself. The meeting is concluded. We will reschedule. The American snapped. Fine. When? Senior partner looked at me. I checked. 4 weeks from Wednesday. The American lost it. 4 weeks? Because I was a few minutes late to one meeting. Our senior partner explained. You were 17 minutes late. You showed no regard for our time. You offered no apology. You suggested our standards are insane. Why would we prioritize your schedule? The American stammered. I just. In America, this wouldn't be a big deal. Senior partner stood. This is Hamburg, not America. In Hamburg, your word means something. You said 3 o'clock. You arrived at 17 past 3. Your word, therefore, means nothing. He left the room. The American sat there, stunned. Eventually asked me, is he always like this? I smiled. Only with people who waste his time. I manage appointments at a medical clinic in Cologne. An American expat called, said he'd be a little late for his 11 o'clock appointment. I asked how late. He said maybe 15-20 minutes. I informed him that if he wasn't here by 11 o'clock, the doctor would see the next patient. He got irritated. Are you serious? I'm calling to tell you I'm running behind. That's responsible. I acknowledge that, but policy is policy. He huffed. What kind of doctor's office actually starts appointments on time? Every doctor I've had in America makes you wait 30 minutes minimum. I explained this is Germany, not America. He said, yeah, I noticed. Everything here is weirdly punctual and uncomfortable. He arrived at 11:18. The doctor had moved to the next patient. The American demanded to see the doctor immediately. I told him he'd have to reschedule or wait until the end of clinic hours. He chose to wait. That meant 4:30 p.m. It was 11:18 a.m. He was furious. This is healthcare. I could be dying. I noted his scheduled appointment was for a routine physical. He backpedaled. Well, okay, but still. I'm a patient. I have rights. I confirmed his right to arrive on time. He said that was inhuman. He sat in our waiting room for 5 hours, getting angrier. At one point, he approached the desk. I've been watching. Some of these appointments are running long. If the doctor can run late, why can't I? I clarified that the doctor was staying late to accommodate his delays, not making other patients wait. He didn't see the difference. A delay is a delay. I explained that patient care sometimes takes extra time, but that doesn't excuse patient tardiness. He called it a double standard. More like German standard. Everything here is about rules and structure. What about flexibility? What about being human? By 4:30 p.m., he was exhausted and furious. The doctor saw him at 4:32, 2 minutes late by German standards. The American pointed this out immediately. Hey doc, you're late. Your assistant said you'd see me at 4:30. It's 4:32. The doctor looked at him. Yes, I apologize. I respect your time. The American didn't know what to say to that. He had his physical in silence. On his way out, he muttered to me, in America, doctors run an hour behind and nobody makes this big a deal. I replied, in America, do patients show up 18 minutes late? He left without answering. I'm a project manager at an engineering firm in Stuttgart. We had an American subcontractor miss a Friday 1700 hours deadline. He emailed Saturday morning. Hey team, finished the designs. Attaching them here. Have a great weekend. I replied Monday morning that we couldn't use them. He called immediately. What do you mean you can't use them? I sent them. I reminded him the deadline was Friday at 1700 hours. He sent them Saturday at 9:30. He got defensive. Okay, so I missed it by a few hours. I worked all weekend. You should be thanking me. I explained that our client needed the designs Friday evening for their Monday presentation. He said that wasn't his problem. You should have told me it was a hard deadline, he protested. I pulled up the contract. Hard deadline was in the title of the section, in bold, and highlighted yellow. He dismissed it. Everyone puts that in contracts. It doesn't mean anything. It's just pressure to get you moving. I asked what deadlines mean in America. He explained, they're goals, targets. You aim for them, but life happens. People understand that. I countered that in Germany, they're commitments. He laughed. That's your problem right there. You guys are too rigid. That's why Germans are so stressed all the time. I noted that Germans actually have better work-life balance than Americans. He ignored that. Look, I got you the work. It's good work. So I was a few hours late. Can we move past this? I said we were moving past it by hiring a different contractor. His tone changed. Wait, what? You're firing me? I clarified we were exercising the termination clause for missed deadlines. He freaked out. Over one missed deadline? That's insane. Everyone misses deadlines sometimes. I opened his file. You missed 3. The first 2 we let slide with warnings. This was the third. He accused me of nitpicking. Those other times were tiny. Like an hour here, 30 minutes there. I read the clause aloud. Any missed deadline constitutes breach of contract. He called it draconian. This is why nobody wants to work with Germans. You're impossible. I reminded him that plenty of contractors met our deadlines without issue. He said they probably didn't have lives. I have a family. I have obligations. I can't drop everything for your arbitrary timelines. I pointed out that he'd agreed to these timelines. He said, under duress. His lawyer contacted us. We sent documentation. His lawyer stopped contacting us. The American left a review online. German company expects robotic perfection. Zero understanding of human nature. Our CEO replied publicly, we expect people to honor their word. If that is robotic, so be it. I manage reservations at a Michelin-starred restaurant in Berlin. An American couple booked 2,000 hours. They arrived at 20:35. I told them their table had been given away. The husband was shocked. We have a reservation. I confirmed, for 2,000 hours. He checked his watch. It's 8:35. That's basically 8:30. That's nothing. I explained we hold tables for 10 minutes. After that, we assume no-show. His wife joined in. We called. We said we were running late. I checked our records. You called at 20:15 saying you'd be 10 more minutes. That made it 20:25. You arrived at 20:35. She said traffic was bad. I expressed sympathy but policy remained. The husband tried logic. Okay, so we're late. But we're here now. Just give us a table. I showed him the dining room. Every table occupied. He suggested we add a table. I explained our floor plan doesn't allow it. He suggested we squeeze them in. The wife got emotional. We flew all the way from Chicago for this. I felt bad, but I couldn't create space that didn't exist. The husband shifted tactics. How much? How much to make this happen? I told him money wasn't the issue, physics was. He tried calling the owner. The owner backed me up. The husband then claimed discrimination. You're punishing us for being American. The owner replied, we're punishing you for being 35 minutes late. The husband called it a cultural difference. Americans operate on a more relaxed schedule. The owner said, then operate your lateness at American restaurants. We operate on Berlin time. The couple left angry. Posted a scathing review about cold German service. 3 Germans replied pointing out they'd been massively late. The wife responded, in America, restaurants understand that life happens. 1 German replied, In Germany, we understand that reservations mean something. I organize international conferences in Dusseldorf. We had a 3-day summit with German and American participants. Day 1 started at 9 o'clock. Every German arrived by 8:55. Every American arrived between 9:05 and 9:20. Our keynote speaker, German, stood at the podium at 9 o'clock and began. 5 minutes in, Americans were still filing in, coffee in hand, chatting. The speaker stopped mid-sentence. Waited in silence. An American asked loudly, "Are we starting?" The speaker replied, "We started at 9. The American checked his phone. "It's 9:07. That's basically 9. The speaker stared. "No. 9 is 9. 9:07 is 7 minutes past 9. The room went quiet. Another American tried smoothing things over. "Hey, look, we're all busy people. Maybe we can just agree to start when everyone's ready?" The speaker disagreed. "We agreed to start at 9. Those who respected that agreement are ready. Those who didn't are not." One American woman suggested a soft start time for the rest of the conference. Like, we put 9 o'clock on the schedule, but really mean 9:15. That way nobody's stressed. The Germans looked at each other, confused. A German professor spoke up. "If you mean 9:15, why not schedule it for 9:15? The American woman explained, "Because then people would show up at 9:30. You have to build in buffer time." The German professor looked genuinely baffled. Why would anyone arrive 15 minutes late to a scheduled event? The American woman laughed. "Because that's life. Traffic, coffee, emails. Stuff comes up." The professor considered this. "And in those situations, you leave earlier to account for delays. Or you apologize profusely for disrespecting everyone's time." The American woman said that seemed exhausting. So much energy spent on clock watching. The keynote speaker had heard enough. So much energy wasted by everyone else waiting for you. That landed hard. The room stayed quiet. An American CEO tried to defuse. "Look, different cultures, different norms. Can we just move forward?" The speaker agreed, but made a proposal. "Tomorrow we start at 9 o'clock. Anyone not in their seat by 9 o'clock will be marked absent for the session." The Americans protested. The speaker held firm. "You booked flights. You booked hotels. You blocked 3 days. Surely you can block an extra 15 minutes to arrive on time." Day 2. Every single person was in their seat by 8:58. Not because the Germans changed, they were already on time. Because the Americans realized German punctuality wasn't a suggestion. During lunch, an American VP approached me. "This morning was different," he admitted. "Starting exactly on time. It actually felt good. Like we were all on the same team." I nodded. He continued, "In the States, meetings start late, people wander in, you recap 3 times. It's exhausting." I mentioned that German efficiency isn't about being rigid, it's about respecting the group. He seemed to get it. It's like, if we all agree on 9 and we all do 9, then we're reliable to each other. Exactly. Day 3 ran flawlessly. Every session started on schedule. People came prepared. Nobody wasted time. By the closing remarks, even the Americans admitted it was the most productive conference they'd attended. One American joked, "I'm taking German punctuality back to New York." His colleague laughed. "Good luck. They'll think you've lost your mind." But the first guy was serious. "Maybe I have. Or maybe I just realized that being on time isn't about clock. It's about giving a damn." The conference ended at 1700 hours. Everyone left by 1702. Not because they were rushing, because they trusted that when Germans say 1700 hours, they mean it. Here's what I've learned working between cultures. American flexibility isn't wrong. German punctuality isn't wrong. They're just different tools for different problems. Americans optimize for adaptability. Things change fast in the States. Schedules shift. Pivoting is valued. Being rigid means you miss opportunities. So they build in buffers, stay loose, keep options open. Germans optimize for reliability. Things work when everyone follows through. Schedules hold when people honor them. Trust is built through consistency. So they commit, they deliver, they expect the same. The conflict happens when Americans bring flexibility to Germany and call it respect, while Germans see it as disrespect. Meanwhile, Germans bring punctuality to America and call it professionalism, while Americans see it as inflexibility. Neither culture is superior. They're just optimized for different environments. But here's the key: when you're in someone else's culture, you adapt. You don't expect Munich to operate on California time. You don't demand that Chicago adopt Berlin's precision. The Americans who thrive in Germany? They learn the system. They show up early. They honor deadlines. They discover that German punctuality isn't about being controlling, it's about being trustworthy. The Germans who succeed in America? They embrace some flexibility. They build in cushions. They understand that 5 p.m.-ish is sometimes necessary when systems are unpredictable. The problem is ego. The American who insists his way is better because he's from a more important business culture. The German who insists his way is better because it's more civilized. Both are idiot. Cultural intelligence means recognizing that your normal isn't universal. What works in Houston might fail in Hamburg. What succeeds in Stuttgart might sink in Seattle. The Americans in these stories weren't wrong to value flexibility. They were wrong to expect Germany to accommodate their preferences while offering no accommodation in return. Time, it turns out, is the simplest form of respect. When you show up when you said you would, you're saying, your time matters. Our agreement matters. My word means something. Germans get that instinctively. Americans could learn it. But Americans have gifts too: spontaneity, adaptability, optimism in the face of chaos. Germans could learn those. The best cross-cultural professionals? They code switch. They're German punctual in Frankfurt, American flexible in Phoenix. They read the room, adapt their style, and never assume their way is the only way. That's not being fake. That's being competent. Next time, when Americans meet Japanese indirectness, featuring, "Why didn't you just say you disagreed? And they bowed 17 times and I still don't know if they liked my proposal." Until then, set your watches. If you're meeting a German, subtract 15 minutes. If you're meeting an American, add 20. And whatever you do, never tell a German that, basically, 9 means 903.